Hello, and welcome to the 9th Angels and Demons development update video. As always, if you're only interested in specific parts, you can find timestamps listed in the description. I'll be trying a different type of editing style in this video, so be sure to let me know in the comments if you prefer this style over the older one. Anyways, in this video, we'll talk about the following: new rooms, new abilities, new physics, and new enemy designs. Let's start with the new rooms. I've been hard at work designing the different rooms and levels for World 2. There are currently 5 rooms on each side of the theater that are classified as central areas. There will definitely be more rooms added, such as houses or other buildings. As major additions to these areas, the east side will have a White House of sorts where the President of Eastern resides. You'll have to gain express approval from a high-ranking Eastern military commander to meet with the President. Conversely, the west side will have a royal castle where the King of Westal lives. Instead of gaining access to the castle, you'll actually be taking a job of the clowns. She was supposed to deliver a detailed message about the Westal Youth Camp retreat to the owner of Camp Arwood. Moving on from the central area, we have the Eastern Mountains. This area is mostly vertical themed. Our heroes will trek through this area in search of the Eastern military camp, where they will hopefully find the military commander. Eastern as a whole will feature enemies that use ranged attacks more frequently. One specific enemy is the Bird Wrath, a decorative bird bath that has been possessed by a demon of wrath. It's actually mostly just the decorative stone bird that's possessed, but sometimes it will make use of the fountain's water flow for ranged attacks. On the opposite end, we have the Westal Woods. The trees of this woodland area stay in an orange to red hue year-round. This area primarily features semi-solid branches, meaning you can jump through them or grab onto them at any point rather than just at the edge. Going deep into the woods, our heroes must cross a gap by walking across an old dead tree. Now we have arrived in the deep trenches of Westal Woods, aptly named Deep Westal Woods. The Deep Westal Woods area is very dark and gloomy. Not much light makes its way down here at all. Yet, despite the darkness, the metaphorical idea light bulb shines, which leads us into our next segment of this video, new abilities. Using the now stretched and sappy scarf, our player can fashion it into a grappling hook. You can grapple to ledges or specific stakes and walls to swing, cling, or fling to your next destination. The scarf grapple has multiple different ways of getting you to a location. You can press up or the scarf key to pull yourself to the grapple location. You can press jump to detach with added vertical speed. You can press down to detach and keep only the speed that you currently had. And finally, you can just dash out of it. Unlocking the Scarf Grapple will also grant you a new special attack to use in battle. This attack will be exclusive to the player character as well. I'd like to show off the attack, but it's not quite ready yet, so definitely expect to see it in a future development update video. Next up is an ability that you'll learn back in the Eastern Mountains. This ability is called Angel Airlines. Anytime you see a gust of wind, you can hold up and press dash to catch the updraft. You can act out of this rising portion of the ability if you please, but if you reach the top, you'll start gliding. Hold forwards to dive downwards and hold backwards to pull up. If you start going too slow, hit a wall, or hit the ground, you'll be pulled out of the ability. With good timing, you can use this ability to cross extremely large gaps. Just like the Scarf Grapple, Angel Airlines will also be an attack you can use in battle. This one, however, can be used by the player if Yui is also present in battle, or it can be used by Yui solo. Now, with all the gameplay you've just seen, some of you who have played Angels and Demons already may have noticed some changes. This slight pause before the dash activates and this speedometer at the top of the screen. The dash now has a small window of time before it activates for the player in Yui. It's just a few frames, but it gives you time to ensure that you're dashing in your intended direction. This change makes the dash feel a slight bit slower, but it definitely adds to the overall control of these two characters. However, Kaguya currently has 0 frames of input forgiveness with her dash. This is how the dash works in demo number 2, so it's technically unchanged. The speedometer is a new addition entirely. This is a way for the player to measure their horizontal speed without using debug mode. I'll likely change this from being text-based to a graphic in the future, but for now it displays the current horizontal movement speed in feet per second. That measurement definitely isn't accurate to in-game proportions or distance at all, but it's a good visual. Adding on to the uses of the speedometer, your max speed is much lower than it usually is when dashing. Now, you'll actually have to build up speed by chaining dashes together or by staying in a high movement state for a while. This will help the dash not to feel difficult to control, while also allowing experienced players to make good use of the movement. Finally, let's look at a few new enemy designs that I have planned. These enemies will be spread out all across World 2. First up is the Angry. The Angry is a demon that took on the form of a frog. It primarily attacks using focused blasts of sound or by projectile flies. Next, we have the Warlock, a demon of wrath who totally misunderstood the meaning of the word warlock. Here's the Woodwort. A demon decided to use a dead tree as a vessel. It uses various bugs or dead branches to attack. Then we have the Psycho-Wrath, a terrifying demon of wrath that wants nothing more than to kill. Trust me when I say you don't want to know what it looks like under that mask. Finally, I'll just show the silhouette of this very specific enemy that will show up late into World 2. There's still more enemies to experience in World 2. I'm not ready to show off some of the other enemy designs just yet, but there will be quite a few more added in. So, that about wraps up everything for this development update. Be sure to follow my socials. I'm always posting different things about Angels and Demons, be it teaser videos, screenshots, or even memes. Also, be sure to join the Discord for announcements regarding Angels and Demons, exclusive teaser images, as well as special community events. All that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next development update video.